Church here, and I have the honor and pleasure of interviewing my friend, my coach, and a business partner of mine, Sally Cruzan. Sally lives up in Maine. She is a mother and wife. She's a network marketer like myself. She is an awesome coach. Her premier course was Good Vibrations that I hopped into right away, and I got a lot from that as well. And then recently has had a career change and is now an executive assistant at a nonprofit organization. And so Sally, welcome.
Thank you.
And Sally and I are both in Kibi's inner circle, both as coaches and for network marketing. So I have a really interesting story about how I met and began to know who Kibi Whitehead is. What is your story behind that?
I just stumbled upon Kibi, like scrolling on Facebook one day, and I saw behind her a large check from her company. And I was like, I've always been told by different mentors, follow successful people because successful people leave clues. And when I saw that, I'm like, I want to find out a little bit more about her. And so it was really funny because she has a really Southern accent and a lot of energy. And I was like, I found her interesting and I wanted to learn more. So I kind of Googled her and saw some YouTube videos and kind of watched her for a little while on Facebook before I actually reached out. And I just loved the conviction in her voice with how she communicated. And it just really caught my eye and I became intrigued.
Yeah, similar to me. Once I heard her, I just thought, I need to know more about this person. Who is this person? So again, we've both taken courses within, the offerings, the wide range. And can you tell me the courses that led up or, your best recollection of getting introduced and leading up to joining the inner circle?
Sure. So I've taken a lot of courses around social media. And I thought I was doing a good job with my social media presence, but I wasn't getting the traction I wanted in my business. So I'm like, all right, well, you don't know what you don't know. So let me see what Kibi could teach me. And so I took the Art of Social Media, which is kind of an introductory class. And at first I thought I know everything that's going to be in this class. But I allowed myself to be the student, and I definitely learned some kind of nuances, but those nuances is what really makes a lot of difference with your Facebook presence. So some really good golden nuggets right there. So I highly recommend her Art of Social Media course. Then I can't quite remember the timeline because I've done so many courses. I believe after that I might have gone into the Nest, and the Nest is kind of like a college course, if you will. Every day there's activity, and that really correlates to if you're building a business online, you have to have activity every single day. So phenomenal content in that course as well. And then from there, because I had a few blocks when I was doing the Nest and kind of like, I don't want to do that today. I don't want to do that today. But kind of was drilling down into what is it? What behaviors make me uncomfortable? So kind of from that experience, I then took her breakthrough class, which that's pretty life-changing. I took that about this time last year and had some significant changes in my life since that course. And I'm taking it again because our life changes all the time. And so I'm excited because I have some different priorities that I want to focus on. And then after the breakthrough class, I decided to join her inner circle coaching. And it's probably the best decision I've ever made in terms of my business. Because once again, you don't know what you don't know. And when you're working for yourself and you're working from home, you need kind of that, that voice kind of whispering in your ear on a regular basis to keep you on track, and someone that can really help you, troubleshoot. And I've taken a variety of other classes as well, all having to do with like Facebook or social media presence, a new distributor training course. So when I have new people coming into my business, they're getting started correctly. A course on creating culture, because I want to have a certain type of culture in my business. And because it is my business. And I think sometimes when we work for ourselves or we work for in network marketing, we're aligned with a lot of different energies and people. And they're awesome people, but sometimes the messaging doesn't resonate exactly with who we are. It's not good or bad, it's just different. So creating culture allows you a nice framework, so you're creating the culture that you want for your business.
That is.
So I know that's a lot, but there's so many courses that are available. They're so valuable. I love them all.
Right. And I don't want to speak out of turn, but I believe some of those, are discounted and certainly often free to retake, but discounted within, when you are part of the inner circle.
Absolutely.
They become included courses, included. Yeah.
There's so much value being in Kiwi's inner circle. It just blows me away. And like I said, I've invested in a lot of other courses. None of those courses did anyone ever pick up the phone immediately to call me and see, what I needed in my business. When I reached out to Kiwi officially, like in a message, within an hour, I got a phone call from her, and started a discussion of, what her offerings were. And, but she was highly respectful of, I had to make the decision for myself, and invest, in myself and my business. But because I'm in the inner circle, there's so many resources that are available to my entire team, which is crazy good. Different discounts of retaking courses. There's all kinds of other things built into her courses. When you make testimonials available, when you participate in the bigger culture, like we're doing today, that adds value to us because it highlights us. It helps us be better business builders and coaches and just human beings. And you become part of a really valuable tribe of people.
That is so true. I totally agree with you, Sally. And my next question leading into that is just to expand on, the value of the community at large and how, impactful that has been for you and how you've evolved within it.
Absolutely. So within this community, I get to have exposure to many of the other coaches within the community, and we can collaborate. We've taken each other's courses. Like Noelle took one of my courses. I've taken courses of a variety of different coaches. Through all of that, I've had some really life-changing experiences. Noelle mentioned I have a job as an executive assistant at a nonprofit. I've been there for about 9 weeks. And that decision to change careers came out of another course that one of the coaches in Kiwi's community had just launched, and I was a participant. And one of the focuses during the week was career and work life. And that was somewhere where I was feeling very deflated. And because I really drilled down and got honest with myself, because of that course, I decided to change careers and have a 30% increase in my income, which hit some other goals of mine to increase income. So
Yeah.
crazy good, crazy good.
That's so awesome. I actually just learned that a few days ago myself about you. So, yeah, because I mean, so I have a question, and this is a little bit different than what I've been asking people, but when you came into Inner Circle, I know you had thought of your coaching program for some time, wanting to put that together, but did you see that opportunity, or was that opportunity something that Kiwi, opened up, the curtains on the window of opportunity?
It's a great question. So for about 7 years, I had in the back of my mind to launch a coaching program, but I always was afraid to do anything about it because who am I to coach someone? I really didn't feel worthy of that. And I think it was so when I hired her as a coach, it was more to keep me accountable for my daily activities for my network marketing business.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And to help me create the culture that I wanted for my team. That was my focus. But then going through the breakthrough training, I really was realizing I was being selfish, not teaching the coaching class that I've had in the back of my mind, and just keeping all that knowledge to myself. Because I've had some profound changes because of that information. And so it was kind of through that breakthrough class and then working with her in the Inner Circle and seeing other people step into their wealth of knowledge who have been launching programs. And I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of got really brave and put myself out there. And it's been probably one of the most rewarding things I've ever done, because people like yourself who have taken my course, have had changes. Everyone's had some type of transformation. And I see that across the platform of everyone that Kiwi's been working with. So there's something there. And sometimes it's not even tangible. It's just the power of like-minded people coming together and having Kiwi kind of corralling all of us and just creating that culture.
Yeah. I agree. And I got value, as well as my family got value from your coaching course. So if that's just, 3 people out here that were positively impacted by you bringing your knowledge to a coaching course and having her help you facilitate that, because I'm in that process right now. It's something that's foreign to me.
Yes.
So I just have asked her, don't let me fall, and she will not. I know she won't. So we kind of covered it there, but why, if you were to recommend an Inner Circle experience, but specifically Kiwi's Inner Circle, what would be your reasoning to recommend that?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think just from my personal experience that I have had so many profound changes in just in myself and in my business and my career and my finances, launching the coaching program. Those are all really concrete things that have come out of that Inner Circle coaching. And the fact that I've had coaching by maybe 3 or 4 other people, not as intense, but significant, and spending way, 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 way more money. And where you send the money and then you just hear crickets, or you just get like emails and no substance behind it. So, so I think just the fact that Kiwi's real, she's present, she's continuously putting out new content, she's inclusive, there's a lot of diversity within her community. Those are all things that are just really valuable to me. And I just can't speak highly enough. And someone can get started, there's a variety of ways to be part of that Inner Circle. And I like that too, where some people can come in at different levels and she will work with everyone.
Yeah, and there's always that consultation call in the beginning. That's can't lose there. You can just kind of see if you're a good fit. And but I really appreciate your input here and for spending the time with me, and